I logged into TERA for the first time in over a year, and this is what happened.
Have you been here long?
The first thing that happened was I had to obviously go ahead and download TERA onto Gameforge, because as of now, NMAS is no longer a thing, and TERA has been moved to Gameforge, where they own everything from the game. So I went ahead and downloaded it on Gameforge, which took probably about 2 days in all total to download. I don't know why. I guess my game was corrupted, because when I went to go play after I had downloaded it, I got this screen and I had to repair the game because apparently it had messed up somehow. Don't know what happened, but apparently it got messed up and it wasn't able to download. So I downloaded the game, finally got logged into the game, and then I come to the title screen, and everything looked a bit different. I mean, it didn't look too different, but it did look a lot different than what I remember. Obviously, the title screen has been changed quite a bit, but it's still the same old TERA that it has been before. I didn't get nothing new when I logged in. As my phone goes off, you know it's not one of my Let's Plays unless my phone goes off hearing it, or even any of my videos in general. But anyway, I logged into TERA, and everything was still the same. I was really worried that once I transferred over from Gameforge, that my whole entire game was gonna be gone, pretty much, because I wasn't sure if the account transfer had worked or not. Whenever NMAS shut down, I kind of just was like, okay, NMAS shut down, so you can transfer your stuff over to Gameforge. I accepted it and I did it. But then I didn't log in until after that, so I was really worried it wasn't going to be there. But luckily, all my characters were still there. All the servers were still the same. So I logged into the game, and of course, since I haven't been playing for over a year, I of course have the "you've been away for a while," so I can receive some free items for my account. And of course, I'm going to log in and get all the benefits on my account, because why not? I'm probably really far behind as far as gear and everything else goes from the last time that I logged in. So the last time I logged in, I was literally right here in Exodor, and I have not touched it since. And apparently I had some items in the item claim that I needed to claim. I'm guessing this is the benefits. They will come into your item claim now or something. I'm not really too sure, but I had all this stuff in my item claim, so I thought, you know what, might as well go ahead and get it out and I guess see what it's all about, because I don't know anything about the game anymore, apparently, since it's changed and it's all different, and I don't know, everything's just so much different than I remember it, which is usually the way it goes with TERA. You play something for a while, and then you get as high as you can go, then the gear changes, and you're not able to do it, but then you have to go back and try again, and if you're not able to do it, you stay off for a little while, and all of a sudden, now you're able to actually do things in the game. Now you're actually able to come back, and they're going to give you all your gear, and you'll be pretty much on the same level as everyone else who did all that grinding. So the next thing that I wanted to do was look at what was new. Apparently they have this new ticket shop thing, which is pretty cool, that you can actually see some different things that you can, I guess, get in the game now. I don't know. I guess this is a new thing you can do, is you can get tickets now and buy stuff with tickets. But what I was looking for was the area where you can enter a code, because I got a code into my email, which is what sparked me to want to log back into the game, for this new frost gear or frost-like stuff update. I got a code for it, and it told me to log into the game to be able to use it. So I was trying to figure that out, but then I'll get to it later. Anyway, I am going to go ahead and open up basically what I've got here from the benefits that I received by logging into the game. So I've got a new little pet here. Apparently they gave me a free little bear pet, which can auto gather for me, I believe. So that's cool. I got a new bear. Alright, I'll take it. I got some instance reset scrolls, which for some reason I just decided to go ahead and use them. I got a swimsuit that apparently was given out, I guess, and I missed it, so I got a cute little swimsuit now. Looking all cute in my red, white, and blue tux there. And then I also got a few other things as well. I wanted to check my wardrobe too because I forgot I have so many things on my gunner that my wardrobe is full now. But I opened up the boxes to see what I will receive from them, and of course, there it was, right there in black and white. All of the Kaya's gear that I was unable to get before, I'm now just given for free. I'm also given all of the, the rings, the earrings, and all of the glyphs. I'm given all of the advanced skill things. I'm given all the new apparent battle potions. I think we have some new battle potion items now. I think the primes probably aren't the new thing anymore. Now there's a purple one. So I was given all of those too. I was given a new mask, which I was not able to collect, and I was super mad about because I worked really hard to get my mask. But apparently now you just get one for free. And then of course I got the old crystal slot stuff that you can get. And then I forget what those things are called, but I got some of those as well. And just basically everything that I need now. Then lastly, of course, I got my crit crystals, which I have plenty of those, so I don't really need any more of those. But there it is, all of the Kaya gear. As you can see on my gear right now, I currently have the Dark Light gear, and I was unable to get the Kaya gear. But now they just give you the Kaya gear for free. Isn't that something? So now all that Dark Light gear that I spent all that gold on, a lot of gold I might add by the way, well over 300,000 gold, because I had so much in my bank, and now I am left with literally like 50,000 gold in my bank, which is kind of sad if you think about it, because you spent all that gold on this gear, and then all of a sudden the gear changes once again, and you have to collect different materials and stuff and start basically all over again, which is pretty much how the game goes. But they're just straight up giving it to me for free right here. This gear that I never said I would get because I decided to go the cheaper route, which I thought was the cheaper route, and get Dark Light gear instead of Kaya's, because Kaya's was way more difficult to get. Now apparently I don't have to worry about that at all because they're just going to go ahead and give it to me for free, which is typical. So I've got the Haldiums and stuff as well that I got from this thing, but I don't necessarily need them. I already have some on that are level 3, and then I also have a gold one as well. So I figured I might as well not even touch that. I figured it would be fine to use whatever I have on me now currently and not worry about these. I also got some Under Armour, underwear, I think, the Under Armour that you wear. Of course mine is a little bit better because I spent a bunch of gold on that. Another thing that I spent a whole bunch of gold on that I wasn't able to unfortunately use to my advantage, I guess. But I decided to go ahead and get out of this little area here because I was kind of squished up there, and I wanted to check everything out again and make sure I actually even knew how to play the game, because apparently I can not even know how to play the game from not logging in for so long. I was kind of debating whether I should take off my mask. This mask was very difficult to get. But apparently the Dark Matter mask, or whatever it's called, is way better. And then I was happening to look through my inventory, and I didn't even notice here that I got these scrolls that were for enchanting. And I was like, wait, are you kidding me right now? So not only are they going to give me the Kaya gear for free, but they're also going to give me these scrolls that give my gear to +10 and my weapon gear to +7. Yes, you heard that right. So I'm just getting all this stuff for free, basically. I get a +10 on all of my gear, and I get +7 on my weapon. Just with these scrolls and not having to do anything or have any materials. I just get it all for free. And now I have basically the tier that is necessary in the game right now. The gear that is the highest tier, I think, right now in the game that I know of. There could be higher gear already. They could have made a completely new gear, and this is just the low tier, which would be sad if it is, because it was literally the high tier and the most expensive gear to get like a year ago. I also got a system achievement reward as well. Don't really know what it was, but hey, I took it because it was free. It wouldn't let me claim this item, I think because it expired last year, but I wasn't for sure, so I just tried to keep claiming it, but whatever. So I ended up getting some free footsteps, which I guess are pretty cute. I already had my party poppers for the anniversary event, but I thought I would change it up a little bit. Got some cute little butterfly ones now, which honestly are amazing. Very cute. And then I also got a freaking amazing new costume, a water silk costume, I believe, in the blue. And I was like, wow, they just gave me this stuff for free, and now I'm looking super kawaii and super cute. I don't know why, but they gave it to me for free. So that's that. That's what I got from the boxes of all of the different gears and stuff. And of course I wanted to check everything out just to make sure that it was all good and I had everything that I was supposed to have on. So then I finally figured out how to go into the TERA store and redeem my item that I've been wanting to redeem. The little thing that was sent to me in my email that they sent a while back. It expired today, the day that I'm recording this. So I wanted to go ahead and use it. That's why I decided to log back in today. But I did manage to get it working. I was clicking on TERA store, but apparently there's two TERA stores. One to the very far left over by that house on the bottom there, and one that was by the item claim. I was clicking on the wrong one. But anyway, I got some items from that as well, so I decided to log in, or to claim those as well from the item claim and see what those were exactly, because I wasn't sure what they were. Apparently one of them is this new thing, so they've removed the purple essences or whatever for the pets, and now they're blue. And none of these pets are anything special. So I just got Juicy, because why not? Might as well use them. It's 10, and I got Juicy right there. So I got a new pet. Another pet. I also received some scrolls for like the Azure hatchery and stuff. And then I got some fashion coupons, which apparently are useless now. So that's another new thing. Useless fashion coupons, which is cool. I got 500 of those for no reason whatsoever. I don't know why they're even in the game anymore if you're not able to use them. But yeah, got some fashion coupons there. So that's cool. Didn't manage to get very much, but I got fashion coupons. And let's see, I think that's about everything that I received. I wanted to check out the dungeons as well to see what was new. And of course, Bahar's Sanctum, which is the dungeon that I actually need to go into. I still am not high enough gear for. And the only ones that I'm actually able to do are like the Ruinous Manor, the Grossamer Vault, and a few down at the bottom. And then of course they added some new Ace dungeons as well. I was just checking everything out because of course I hadn't logged in a while, so I wanted to see what was different. Apparently they rotate dungeons, because one of them said, I think, like 3 days, and then it will be available. So I think they're rotating the dungeons now. I was just checking out my skills and stuff. I literally hadn't played the game, so I was kind of wondering what was next in the game. But then I decided I should probably go through and do these quests and kind of figure out what to do with the questing. Because I had a whole bunch of quests that I hadn't done either. So I went through and kind of did a few of the quests to kind of see what exactly they would give me for them. Because some of them I think just give you items, so I went through and checked some of them out. I had one to come into this area that is copyrighted, so I had to turn off the audio, of course. And this guy gave me even more stuff. Even more free stuff that I had no idea about. I just got it all for free. And a lot of you are probably really angry right now because a lot of this stuff I bet is really super hard to get, and I just got it handed to me basically for free. So I opened up these boxes here to see what was inside, and apparently this is the belt earrings, rings, jewelry, you know, all that stuff. There was a higher tier, and there has been new jewelry created that I did not know about. So I got those for free as well from these quests, which I wasn't even sure about. So I saw that they were actually a lot better than the current ones that I had that I worked so hard to get. This is usually the way it goes with TERA, is that you work so hard, you spend so much gold getting all of this stuff, and then it ends up being outdated, and there's even better stuff like a few months to a year later. So what's the point of grinding when you literally will get it all again at some point? Even my brooch, which took me so long to get, was outdated, which I was sad about as well. And I also got another box of gear, I believe, which was Kaya's gear. So I got more Kaya's gear. Not only did I get Kaya's gear from the benefits for logging in, since I haven't been on in a while, I got a second set of Kaya's gear just for logging back in and apparently being behind a little bit. So they just gave it to me twice for free. So now I have a set of Kaya's gear, and I also have another set that's plus 10 and plus 7. It boggles my mind. Literally boggles my mind as to why I played this game for so long. It really does. It really does. Because that's just how it is with the game. And as you can see, I also got some of the little feedstock, I believe. Is it still called feedstock? I feel like it is. Dark shard gear stuff to be able to increase your level on your item. I also got some glyph tokens, which I didn't even need because I already have all of my glyphs. So I figured I would go and show you guys what was in my bank, because I thought that at this point the bank would pretty much be outdated and I would have to sell everything. So as you can see, I had over 300,000 gold, but I no longer have that because I had to use it to upgrade my dark light gear, which I no longer have. And even this whole space here is empty because apparently some of those items just are gone from the game completely. So I have no idea what those items were, but they took them out of the game, so they are no longer in the game. And also, I received a bunch of those little things for these advanced skills, I believe is what they're called. It's skill advancements. Those scrolls were very hard to get, and I just got some for free too. And then I wanted to check out if some of it was like expired and I could sell it. I don't think anything was expired. I think everything was still good. So I just wanted to do a little bit of moving around of some stuff and kind of just fix up the bank a little bit. So next thing I wanted to do after that is I actually wanted to go and check out my gear, because I have that feedstock and stuff, so I figured I might as well use it. First thing I wanted to do though is I wanted to go to the shop, and I wanted to sell all the stuff that I obviously didn't need anymore. I felt super bad about selling all this stuff because it's like all that time and all that gold spent literally just down the drain. Literally down the drain. And I got what, like 20,000 gold for it? After spending so much for that stuff, I ended up getting 20,000 gold for all of that gear. It was so disheartening. So disheartening. And so bad to see. Like, all that grinding was basically for nothing. It was super upsetting. But I had to do it because what else am I supposed to do with the gear? I mean, obviously there's not really much use for it anymore. Not that I see. But also I did the hard part as well, and I got rid of all my crystals and my rings and earrings and necklaces and circlets and belts and charms and just got rid of everything because I was doing a cleanse. I'm just like, out. Get out. I don't want to think about you anymore. I've spent way too much time. The brooch. The brooch that took forever to get. And it wasn't even useful anymore. They also gave me a free Under Armour thing, which I think I talked about, but mine was obviously better, so I decided to keep mine. I could not bring myself to get rid of the mask. I just couldn't do it. It took me so long to get that mask. Couldn't bring myself to do it. I also had a ton of these like tokens, but I didn't know what to use them on, so I just decided to save them and not use them. I had another tier reward thing to use, but every time I used it, it wouldn't do anything. So I guess you can only use one of them for logging back in after a certain amount of time. I'm not really sure. But I was checking out everything in my inventory, just trying to clear some things out. Obviously, I don't want to do any of the Azart hatchery stuff because, I mean, there's no need to. I'm already level 70. I don't need any of the extra experience. Then I did something else, and I decided to check out the gear that I have.
Good timing.
Oh yes, this is when I decided to grab my items for increasing the enchantments on the gear. And I wanted to go ahead and use it because I thought if they're going to give it to me for free, I might as well go ahead and use it. Because I wanted to see what would happen when I used it. So as you can see, I have +7 on my weapon. I can increase that to +8. Then I have +10 on my armor. So I took everything off so that I could use the feedstock and the cards and stuff to enchant my gear. But I also was careful to read this time because last time I made a huge mistake when I shouldn't have done that. I was thinking about dismantling the old Kaya gear, but I wasn't sure what I would get if I dismantled it, and I didn't want to do it and someone yell and be like, no, why'd you do that? So I just left it in the inventory, figured it might be useful. So I have the Dark Shard weapon feedstock here that they gave me for free, and my weapon was only +7, so I figured I might as well go ahead and use it on the Kaya's armor, so that it would, I guess, increase its overall power. And I was checking really carefully before I clicked that enchant button, because I did it before with my Darklight gear, and that's kind of what made me quit playing the game. After you saw the last video for the leveling guide, I stopped playing the game for a while, but I came back to it. You didn't see it, but I came back to it. And I tried to upgrade my Darklight gear, but instead of upgrading the Darklight gear, it didn't upgrade. I had +12, and it went down to +10 because of this right down here that I did not see the first time that I played. So if you fail, once you get to +10, your enchantment will go down. It won't go up. See, I had no idea about that. But when I logged back into the game to play again, after that time off, I thought I'll let it cool down and I'll play again. I logged back in and I tried to upgrade my Darklight gear, used all my gold on it, and turned out that I was wasting all my gold because the enchantment went down. And I didn't realize it until I'd finished. Because I was like, wait, I'm failing quite a bit. Like I am now, of course, because my luck is terrible. And that's why I hate enchanting in this game. But yeah, I decided, you know what? No. We're not going through that, and I'm not doing that again. So I decided against it. I am not going to be upgrading anymore because I did not want to do that. I did not want to chance it, and I did not want to decrease the value on my gear at all. So I just left the Kaya gear the way it was. Then I went and checked out this other quest, which was for enchanting the Kaya gear, which I actually was never able to do because I didn't have the Kaya gear. You had to have the Kaya gear in order to enchant it, and since I didn't have the gear, I wasn't able to do it. So I went through here and checked out all of the quests that Kaya had. And she had said, you know, you need to talk to the people here and you get some rewards and stuff, which will help you for enchanting your magic gear, which I'm assuming you can't do until you get to, like, you know, level 12 or so on your gear. Because I looked at it and wanted to check it out a bit, but I couldn't put any of my gear in it, so I couldn't really figure out how it worked. another one of those things where it's kind of like you log back in and you're like, how do you play this game again? Really? I don't know what I'm doing. So I wanted to check and see if my gear could actually be used, but unfortunately I guess it can't. I think you have to get it to like plus 12 or plus 14 or 15 or something like that to be able to add this like magic stuff onto it. Basically all this boils down to me not having high enough item level on my gear once again, because I have 2 quests that I was unable to complete because it says that I have a quest to do, but I'm not able to do the quest for some reason. So that's it. That is my journey through coming back into TERA since I quit playing the game all that time long ago. I don't really know what to say at this point. What you're seeing right now is basically the quest that I was unable to complete. So what I did was I went back off screen, and I saw that I had a few quests that I needed to do after the leveling guide was complete. So I thought I would make those into their own little series and be like level 70 quest once you reach level 70, because there is more questing to be done. And I was going through and doing all of those a bit when I got stuck at this point right here because I was facing this Caliger guy, but unfortunately he kept beating me, and I had like the dark light gear, that's all I had on, and unfortunately he kept beating me every single time. So I was like, well, you know what, maybe I won't go into this and do it right now. I'll just wait around a little bit, and then maybe they'll come out with some new gear and I'll be able to do it later. So they did, of course, to come out with the Kaya gear, and I went back into this Caliger area again to face him. And of course, as you can see, I'm doing way more damage, and I'm able to hold my own, and he's not doing hardly any damage to me as he was before when I had the dark light gear on, because now I have the Kaya gear. So overall, I think my experience with logging back into the game is pretty poor. Yeah, they can give you all these pretty little things, and they can give you all the gear in the world, make you want to keep playing over and over and over again, but at the end of the day, it's pretty much a grind. It's all it is. It's kind of like people who say Black Desert Online is a great game, but it's also grindy. I've started to play that a bit as well, and I can see where I guess it will be once you hit end game. It can be a little bit grindy because there's pretty much nothing else left to do but grind in the game. So my pretty much overall opinion now is, yes, here's a fun game to play if you like to level and you like to do some dungeons and stuff and just have some fun with friends. But in all honesty, it's not an in-game kind of game for me that I would play. My impressions now are pretty much, I will play TERA and I'll level some characters, but I ain't doing that in-game stuff anymore. I'm just not. Like, they've kind of ruined me to the game with the amount of grinding and just things that you just don't want to do. That at this point, they just kind of ruined it for me. Which I feel really bad saying that, because I know a lot of people pretty much only watch me because I play TERA. And it is sad to say that it'll probably be an end to a chapter in that I've been playing this game for so long, and now to just suddenly stop playing it anymore, it's like it ended an era here. But I literally just don't have the will to play anymore, to be honest. I just don't. It's just not fun. The only fun thing for me as a casual player of TERA is to level up characters, and that's the only thing that I find fun about the game. Yes, doing the little dungeons up to level 65 is also fun. It's a little grindy as well, but it's also fun too to do them. The quests are obviously amazing. The open world is great. I love that aspect of it. The only thing I hate about this game is the end of the game, which should be something I guess that you hate, because once you get the end of a game, you kind of don't want to play anymore. And that's kind of how I feel when I get to the end of the game. I don't want to play anymore. So I think what I will do is I will say I'm going to put an end to TERA here. I might come back some days and play if they get some new characters out. Of course, I want to try some new characters, or I'll just move on from the game completely. But as of right now, I think the chapter of TERA has closed for me. and I don't think I want to come back to it because I don't enjoy it anymore. And I know if a lot of people watch someone not enjoy something, then they won't enjoy it either. And I just feel like it's not something that I enjoy doing anymore. So I think I'll end it here. We've been going on and talking for about 30 minutes now. I gave my overall opinion. Everything's changed basically in TERA now if you still play in 2021. So it's a big deal, I guess, that we're gonna end off here. But I had fun playing TERA for all those years that I did, and it is nostalgia now for me. So I will be super happy when I get to go into the game again. Just the off chance that I want to play just for things like this. I love story-based games, and I love story stuff to like read the lore and everything about a game. It's really fun to me. So that's something that I really enjoy with the game. So if I come back into the game again, it probably won't be as intensive as it has been. But it's been fun while it lasted. I hope you guys have really enjoyed me playing TERA throughout the years. And I hope you continue to support me on whatever else we're doing next, because we're always trying to do something new here on the channel. Always trying to do different things, not just stick to one thing, one genre of game. If you have any suggestions, be sure to let me know. I would love to hear some suggestions for some games that I could try out and play. Whether that be MMOs like this or just regular different games like Apex or any of the other games that I would probably be interested in. I could check out and try. But I think we will go ahead and end it off here. I would say that if you saw anything in the video that you would like to tell me about or give me advice on, you can do that as well. And then I could potentially check it out. If not, then I'm going to go ahead and end it here. So I hope you guys have enjoyed TERA. And if you are still enjoying it to this day, then I hope you continue to enjoy it. Not knocking the game in any way. I actually enjoy the game. I just don't necessarily want to play it anymore. But I think that's going to do it for me, guys. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you later.